What's up, everyone? Today, I kind of want to go check out this PolyChromeDSP by McRocklin. When I first got my GT1000, I actually remember really liking the presets that McRocklin had for that unit. These very kind of like big kind of sound to his guitar tones, and I just kind of wanted to check this McRocklin DSP out. So this is opened in my Reaper right now. I have my guitar set DI2, my interface. I just wanted to go through sort of all the types of sounds that you can get through this, as well as the effects that it comes with. Let's jump into it. So actually, I'm going to check out the clean first. A few things that this plugin has that's kind of interesting is that it has this wide switch, which makes a significant impact on kind of how big the cabinet sounds in the room. And then there's also this oversampling switch, which I'm going to be just turning on for the rest of this demo. Heat presser, a synth, attack shredder, riff reviver. I'm guessing those are sort of like, these look like drive pedals to me. There's a cabinet section here. There's an EQ section here. Ooh, 4-band or 8-band. You can choose either of those, and some post-cab effects as well. This to me actually feels like quite the package you're getting with it. So start with the clean tone. This is the clean tone without the wide engaged, without the reverb or any of the delay engaged. Instead of turning off the compressor though, I'm going to be keeping the level where it is, turning the bright switch on, and taking away the compress and boost. Definitely want to add some reverb, so we'll add this. There's 3 types of reverb here. There's shop, space, and dream. This is shop. That's really good. There's space. That sounds cool. And then there's dream. So space sounds kind of like an ambient sort of thing. Dream sounds like there's like a hint of sort of vibrato or tremolo going on with it. The shop one sounds a little bit smaller and is a little bit more resonant. I think for my purposes, I would probably put the space reverb with the clean. Yeah, that's definitely my favorite of the bunch there. All right, let's move on to this edge channel, because we like to be on the edge. Turn off the reverb to see what the tone kind of sounds like on its own. Let's add the boost. Wow, the boost does a lot. So what I'm doing right now is I am going to be pushing the mids a little bit more, evening out the bass, and also lowering the treble a little bit with that boost on. That sounds a little bit better for me. I think that boost does adds a ton of gain to the signal. So I actually don't need that much gain for an edge of breakup, which I'm presuming that's what edge means. Actually, instead of adding a reverb for this one, we're going to add a delay. So the 3 different delays that we have here. There's a stereo, there's the ping pong delay, and there's the grain. Ooh. Yeah, it's kind of interesting delay on the grain setting. So I think for this delay patch, I'm going to be using the stereo. In this case, we're actually going to switch it from sync to milliseconds, it looks like, and see how this sounds with mix at 50. Everything else is at default settings. That's a really cool effect. It sounds really, really good for that kind of like dotted 8th note delay that I use. But the other delays sound really cool too. Yeah, so that's some really cool effects you can do with that delay there. And I think the reverb sound really good as well, and the delays are really high quality. All right, let's go to the high gain one. I accidentally had all the effects on. So this is the gain channel without any sort of effects on it. And so I actually think on its own, there's not quite as much like gain for metal. So let's bump up that boost and see how that helps it a little bit. So you can use a compressor boost or turn off the compressor and turn on one of these pedals right here. So attacker. See what the shredder sounds like? Let's turn the drive down and do the whole like tube screamer clean boost kind of thing. Tone can stay there. Sounds pretty good. Let's use the riffer, see what that sounds like. Sounds pretty good. And let's try this viber. I wonder what the vibe does. So I'm actually going to stick with this riffer pedal. All right, and so for this, usually on a rhythm tone, I wouldn't have any reverb. I'm gonna actually try it with a little bit of reverb. If nothing else, this PolyChromeDSP has some of the coolest effects I've ever heard. And I'm not actually joking, like with even compared to like the stuff in my Axe effects, like this is just out of the box, like so good sounding. And right up there with the kind of effects I would expect from something like my Axe Effects FM9. All right, so let's try this wide switch on all the patches that we've created. Here's the wide switch on for the high gain tone. Interesting. It sounds like it's like just widening the space of the cabinet compared to with it turned off. Whereas now, like the guitar signal is like right down the middle. When you hit the wide button, it sounds like it's kind of in an open space. Same effect with the edge. Yeah, it just gives this wideness that's actually really welcome. Let's try it with the clean. Yeah, I really like that wide option actually. There was a really cool sort of pre-effects synth that I was hearing from the demos, and I kind of want to add that with the edge. All right, so without the Synth Octave, with the Synth Octave, it adds like this little bit of growl. It's actually really cool. Let's increase that filter a little bit. And then just do it a 50-50 mix and see what it sounds like. That's a really cool thing. Let's go over all these cabinets. So we're going to turn off all these effects right here, and then we're going to go through all the cabinets here. So those are the clean cabinets, and here's the edge cabinets. And now the high gain. So they're all like kind of focused and they're not like wildly different. So it's like you won't be getting like option paralysis or anything. Sometimes you dive into IRs and it's just like a ton. And it's really hard to get through. So I appreciate how consistent all of these seem to sound. Note that you can control the resonance and air, which is kind of like the resonance on an amp, and then also kind of, I guess, just additional high end on the air. And you have a low cut and high cut as well. So yeah, I think that's basically this plugin. And I think it's really cool how many options they give you. The one thing I kind of wish there was I wish that you could load your own IR straight into the plugin. However, if you want to load an IR, you can actually just turn off your speakers and then add in your signal chain in your DAW some sort of IR loader of some sort. I think it sounds great. I think the effects the effects are insanely cool and something that I think McRocklin should be very proud of because they just sound phenomenal. But yeah, that's going to do it for me. Hope you kind of enjoyed this dive into the Polychrome DSP. I'm kind of considering using it for a project soon. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you on the next one.